Hello viewers, this is your SSK and today we have an interesting story from Chandamama and the name of the story is Losing Friends. After Damanaka's departure, Sanjeevaka was in a fix. I, who eat grass, he said to himself, have found asylum with those who eat raw meat. I'm totally helpless and alone. The lion himself must protect me. If he does not, there is no escape for me. I cannot run away either. Straightway he went to the king, even as the jackal had warned him. The lion gave him suspicious looks. Evidently, he read treachery in the bull's face, for he attacked the bull fiercely. The bull, who was no longer afraid, returned the attack and they began to fight. In the meantime, the jackals began to converse as follows. Said Karat, see what you have done. What can you gain if they kill each other? Wise men find good solutions to problems. They do not provoke quarrels. As ministers, we should patch up quarrels. I am very much worried that they both will die. The king was hasty in listening to you. Bad counsel is bound to produce evil results. Let me illustrate the point with a tale. The foolish monkey. There was a certain tree in a certain forest. On this tree lived a pair of birds. It was winter and rain was falling. A monkey sought the protection of the tree and sat shivering. The birds, by way of friendly advice, said to him, you who so much resemble man, why don't you protect yourself from cold instead of shivering helplessly? Don't try to teach me, said the monkey in anger. Who are you to tell me what I should do? Shut up, or I shall squeeze you dead. Don't be cross for nothing, the bird said. Build a nice house which will keep you snug and warm during the winter. See how we built our nest. The monkey was enraged. He stood up and kicked away the nest of the birds. So said Karataka, it is not wise to give good advice to a fool. An intelligent person can benefit by advice, the fool never. The fool is satisfied if the others come to harm, even if he were to die meanwhile. Have you not heard the legend of the fool? No, my friend, Damanaka replied. Let me hear it. The righteous man. In a certain village, there were two friends, righteous and unrighteous. Wealth, wealth with the aid of his friends, and said to him, my friend, we must see the world and become wise, for seeing the world is an education in itself. So let us go on a tour. And they started. They saw many countries, went to many cities, and amassed a good deal of wealth. Then they started for home. On the way, the wicked fellow said to his friend, look, we should not take all this wealth home. If we do, we are sure to be fleeced by all sorts of persons. They will be beg for loans and help, and we will not be able to refuse them. Let us bury most of our wealth somewhere in this forest and go home with only a limited amount. Nobody will tease us and we can live happily. Righteous agreed. The treasure were buried in the forest and the friends went home. They kept their secret to themselves. Some days elapsed. Righteous had not a worry, but unrighteous could not sleep during the nights thinking of the buried treasure. At last, he secretly went to the spot where the treasure was buried, dug up the entire treasure, covered the pit again, and came home. Now only was in his mind at rest, and he could sleep. After a time, Righteous had spent all his money, so he went to his friends and said, I have spent my share of the money. Let us go and dig up some more of your hoard. The other agreed. They went to the forest and began to dig. Soon it was evident that the treasure was gone. Ah, you scoundrel! Shouted and wicked one. You have swindled me, ruined me. It is undoubtedly your doing. Now I demand my half share of the treasure. Righteous protested that he knew nothing, but the other would not listen. He rushed to the court and complained. The secret of the hoard was known only to both of them, he said, and it was gone.